Good evening and welcome to our middle school winter concert. My name is Jim Manchester. I'm the middle school principal here. We're excited to have you with us to enjoy the talents of our students. A few housekeeping items that we want to just review before we get started. First, if you could, or if you haven't already, please silence your cell phones. Also, please do your best to limit movements during student performances. There will be time in between both ensembles, or all three ensembles, and possibly during individual songs as well. Take note of the nearest exits in case of an emergency, and also know that our bathrooms are located outside of the auditorium, adjacent to this side wall over here. Again, we hope you enjoy the talents of your students. They've worked really hard for this concert, and we wish you a happy holiday season. At this time, I would like to introduce our 6th grade middle school band and their director, Mr. Todd Bright.
develop a better sound than they had in elementary school. We're working on stronger techniques that will help them grow into the 7th and 8th grade band. More independent parts you'll hear. Obviously, we just featured the trombone section. One more hand for the trombones! Our next piece is going to feature the trumpet section. It's called Trumpet Rascals, and it's actually just a preview. We've been working on this, and we're planning on playing the full piece in the spring. This one has a lot of advanced things. They're working on their chromatic scale, which adds almost double the amount of notes that they learned in elementary school. You'll hear some of the chromatic scale today, and the trumpets are going to project their sound into the audience, and we're going to have a great time. Trumpet Rascals. We couldn't do it without your support and their practice at home. The practice is really the most important part of their participation in these programs. And we know sometimes it can be tough when we're first starting out learning an instrument. It sounds pretty rough, right? But if you let that happen, you'll notice a big improvement in a short period of time. So we thank you for your support. Our last tune is their favorite, Lamb Chop Rock. It's a combination of a couple of different lamb-related tunes. I think you'll recognize them. a really famous composer named Robert W. Smith. They'll play a lot of his music over the next few years, I hope. Our next two pieces are marches. We're sort of putting a push on the march this year. Maybe it has something to do with marching band in the future. The next tune is a medley of lots of Americana. There are folk tunes from all over the United States in this. Let's see how many you can count, see how many you recognize. Whoever comes closest at the end wins a prize. Shout it out. 13. It's not Wheel of Fortune. It's not whoever closest to that one over. Hopefully you're seeing development from 6th grade to 7th and 8th grade band. There are harder pieces, more complicated rhythms. Again, it's just all the stuff we said about 6th grade, just more advanced, right? And we're hoping that sets the stage for a nice, easy transition into high school. Another opportunity, or a couple of opportunities, that come about in the next few months for these folks. All County, which is being held this year. We have several All County participants who will be joining students from many different schools on the stage. A little bit higher level material. It's kind of a low-level high school group is what it amounts to, and a great experience for the kids. I encourage all of the kids to try out for All County, and the best way they can do that is to practice a NISPA solo at the end of the school year. It just so happens that the NISPA Solo Festival is also here this year. What that entails is working on a solo outside the band. I would work with them, help them to learn the techniques they'll need to be successful at it. And then they get evaluated by a teacher from another district in another part of the state. So that happens in May this year. If you could help me out and push these guys to try a solo this year, I'd appreciate that. That'll open up doors for them in the future. Our last piece, Greenway March, features a lot of different sections, as did the last two. Primarily, though, in this one, we're featuring the low brass section and the clarinets.
What's it saying? It's not red. Red there. Yeah. Yes.
Before we start our final piece, I would just like to thank the students in front of me. I have only been working with these students since November 1st, and they have made amazing progress. They have worked so hard. I keep telling me that they are small, but boy are they mighty. I am so proud of all of their hard work. They sound fantastic, and I can't wait to see what the next rest of the year will bring for them. Thanks guys for all of your hard work.
Please give us courage, among you to win
love to share with you the same sentiment about the group in front of me. Again, we've only been working together since November 1st. Both the 6th grade chorus and the 7th and 8th grade chorus only have chorus every other day, so the music that they were able to put together this evening, they worked incredibly hard to put together in a very short amount of time. I'm so grateful for their attention to detail, their willingness to go with me when I had crazy ideas, and they've just been a joy to work with and have worked so hard, so thank you. Really, you guys are awesome. Really. I would also like to recognize two 7th graders in this chorus who were invited to participate in the Zone 6 Area All-State Festival held in Peru in November. This is a huge honor to be selected, and it is rare to have middle school students participate. And we had two 7th graders this year participate in the mixed chorus, Emily Hamilton and Aspen Berenstern. Our last piece we have for you this evening is called Aurora Borealis, and this piece talks about the Northern Lights, and this has been one of my new interests, actually this school year, of catching the Northern Lights and photographing and really being able to see the amazing colors in the sky. This piece talks about the colors in Alaska, but to go along with it, we have some photos of local Aurora Borealis that we would like to share. So we'll have some speakers talk a little bit about Aurora Borealis first, and then we will sing for you Aurora Borealis.
The Northern Lights, also known as the Aurora Borealis, happen when particles from the sun collide with gases in the Earth's atmosphere. The sun sends out many tiny particles, which are called solar wind. The solar wind travels towards the sun at great speeds. When these tiny particles reach Earth, they create the colorful auroras we see. The Northern Lights can be visible in many beautiful colors: green, pink, purple, or even blue. The most common color is green, caused by oxygen. Red is more rare, and when you see purple or blue, that's because of nitrogen. When the Northern Lights are visible, they can make many shapes: curves, spirals, bands, waves, clouds, and curtains of light. Sometimes they move quickly, giving a ribbon effect, while other times they seem to gently sway.
Aurora Borealis are the best viewed when the sky is the darkest and clearest, between September and March. They are the best visible in higher latitudes and places where there is little light pollution in the sky.
Often, Aurora Borealis is better viewed through a camera on night setting. With advancements in technology, photographing the Northern Lights in our area has become more common. Thank you to all of those who shared their pictures of the Northern Lights for our slideshow tonight. We hope you enjoy our performance of Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis above me, swirling colors in the sky. Aurora Borealis around me, surround me, guide me through the dark and wild Alaska night. Through the dark and wild Alaska nights.
Good evening, everybody. We are going to start, like the other groups, with our 6th grade ensembles. This is the 6th grade orchestra. We're going to start with a tune called Salsa Fest. And like the other groups have talked about, 6th grade is really a time to work on playing as an ensemble. And so this is a really great demonstration of some different ways that you play as an ensemble. So sometimes we play in unison, meaning all together. Sometimes we play rhythmically in unison, meaning we're all playing the same rhythm, but have different notes to create harmonies. And then sometimes you play completely different rhythms and pitches. So this is Salsa Fest. Our next selection is more of a demonstration than a performance piece. It's a reminder to you that a very important part of our program here is our small group lessons. So these kids, and actually all of the groups that you've seen, come every other day for rehearsal, but they also come once a week for small group lessons, and that's where we learn skills that are more advanced than what's in the concert music, so that next concert we can play more difficult things. So one of the things that we work on a lot in 6th grade is something called reading a key signature, and without getting into a lot of detail, it requires you to play some new notes. And so we are playing in a new key, but I picked a piece for our lessons to work on that every musician needs to know, Happy Birthday. And so they're going to be demonstrating Happy Birthday in the key of G major, which means they're going to play a new note called C natural. And is there anyone who has a birthday today? Is there anyone who has a birthday this week? Derek and Lindsay. What? Oh my goodness, there we go, perfect. Okay, so, and I know I have two others. The little boys both have birthdays this week, and anyone else who had a birthday this week, this is for you. If you're a parent of one of these students or you were here for the elementary concert last year, you've seen a big improvement. They've worked very hard. I say this every concert, and hopefully I continue to say it about this group. One of the nicest classes I've ever had. They're so kind to each other. Anytime someone needs help, they all go to help, which is really amazing to see. So I hope I will be saying that for the next 6 years too, and I have a feeling I will. This next piece is a little bit more technically advanced than the first one, and so we're doing a lot more of that 2 different things happening, sometimes even 3 things happening at once. They, when I first handed it to them, said, "We can never play this. This seems way too hard," but very soon realized they absolutely can. So this is a fantastical fiddle fantasy.
playing.
Oh, she is?
I told them not to stop for anything, but I think this one, I think they can stop for this. There we go.
I don't know what it's supposed to be on.
grade music, and this included a tempo change, so they had to really watch to change tempo. I will add playing in the dark to next year's list of skills, but we're not quite there yet. This is one that everyone was very excited to learn, biking. It has actually every section is featured at some point throughout this piece, but it starts with a very cool cello and bass feature at the beginning. opportunity a few weeks ago. This generally is only open to high schoolers, but this year they opened it up to 8th graders, and we had 2 who were brave enough to apply to play with the high schoolers, which was amazing. So we traveled to Indian River Central School a few weeks ago to participate in the Zone 5 area All-State, similar to what Mrs. Yantes shared with the chorus, but we go to a different zone because that's where the string opportunities are. And they did an amazing job. Those students were Allie and Evan Brubach. Can you guys stand away? Like I said, the first time that 8th graders were invited excited to participate, so I hope next year we have even more 8th graders who are willing to give it a try, and hopefully Allie and Evan will do it as 9th graders as well. Our last tune is Holiday Hoedown. It's a mixture of traditional Christmas tunes and some traditional fiddle tunes, so you'll hear a little bit of both throughout that. This is the last thing of the evening, so I'll just say thank you very much for coming out to support your students, and I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the spring, and hopefully you'll see even more growth in that concert.